The Galactic Council's reception hall gleamed with bioluminescent panels, casting ethereal light across the assembled delegates. Cora pushed her cleaning cart through the periphery of the gathering, her gray jumpsuit marking her as part of the station's maintenance crew. She'd learned long ago that invisibility was a janitor's greatest skill. People said the most interesting things when they forgot you were there. At the hall's center, Commander Vexthor stood surrounded by admirers. The Krathian warrior's exoskeleton shimmered with battle honors, each crystalline spike representing a confirmed kill. By Cora's count, there were exactly 203. The Battle of Kepler 442, Vexthor's translator rendered his clicking mandibles into smooth galactic standard. 17 enemies fell to my blade in a single engagement. The Council awarded me the Crimson Star for that day's work. The assembled diplomats chittered and hummed their appreciation. Cora noticed Roman, one of the human liaisons, standing at the edge of the crowd. He wore the simple uniform of the Terran Diplomatic Corps, his gray hair catching the light. His expression was carefully neutral, but Cora recognized the tightness around his eyes. She'd seen that look before. 200 kills across a career spanning 30 cycles, Vexthor continued, his thorax swelling with pride. A record unmatched in my generation. This is what separates the Krathian warrior caste from lesser species. The comment drew uncomfortable silence from some delegates. The Yithians shifted their feathered crests. The Drell delegation's skin patterns flickered anxiously, but no one challenged the statement. No one except Roman. 200? His voice was quiet, almost conversational. Across 30 years? The crowd parted. Vexthor's compound eyes swiveled toward the human. You question my honors, Terran? Not at all, Roman said, stepping forward. I'm just doing the math. That's about 6 or 7 per year, give or take. Each kill earned in honorable combat, Vexthor clicked. Each life taken only when necessary, in service to the Council's peace. Oh, I understand. Roman's tone remained mild. It's impressive. For peacetime service, it's very impressive. Cora slowed her cleaning, watching the exchange. The other delegates seemed frozen, uncertain whether they were witnessing a diplomatic incident or something else entirely. You imply you have seen more combat? Vexthor's mandibles spread in what might have been amusement. You wear no battle honors, human, no marks of service. That's because we don't, Roman said. Humans find it distasteful to wear our kills like jewelry. Then you have no proof of your supposed superiority. Roman smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. I didn't claim superiority, Commander, you did. I'm just a liaison officer. Before this, I was a teacher. And before that, he paused. Before that, I was infantry, 3rd Terran Expeditionary Force, Brush Wars 2247. The Yithian delegate, Ambassador Kree, spoke up. The Brush Wars? That was the human colony uprising, yes? The Council's records indicate minimal casualties. Minimal by galactic standards, Roman agreed. We lost 3 million people. The other side lost 12 million. The number hung in the air like a thunderclap. Impossible, Vexthor clicked. 15 million casualties in a single conflict? Your records must be in error. I wish they were. Roman's voice had gone flat. It lasted 18 months. That's about, he calculated in his head, 27,000 dead per day, every day, for a year and a half. Cora found herself frozen, her cleaning forgotten. She'd known Roman for 3 years, shared lunch with him in the staff cafeteria, laughed at his terrible jokes. She'd never known. And you participated in this? Vexthor's translator carried a note of skepticism. Tuesday, April 17th, 2247, Roman said, his eyes distant. That was my first week in theater. Battle of New Saigon. Urban combat, house to house. By the time the sun set that Tuesday, My platoon's count was 247 confirmed. We lost 18 of our own. He looked directly at Vex Thor. I personally had 211 by Tuesday of my first week. So yes, Commander, your 30-year total is very impressive. For peacetime. The silence was absolute. Even the hall's environmental systems seemed to hold their breath. "This is why," Ambassador Kree said softly, her feathers settling flat against her skull. The Council was terrified when humanity reached the stars. Roman's expression softened. "And this is why we're grateful you gave us a chance anyway. Why we've spent the last 50 years trying to prove we're more than our worst moments." He nodded respectfully to Vex Thor. "Your 200 kills protected the innocent, Commander. They meant something. Mine?" He shook his head. "Mine were just Tuesday." He turned and walked away, leaving the reception in stunned silence. Cora watched him go, then looked at her cart. Without thinking, she abandoned it and followed Roman into the corridor. She found him on an observation deck, staring at the stars. "Roman?" He turned, and she saw the wetness on his cheeks. "Sorry, Cora. Shouldn't have said all that. Diplomatic incident waiting to happen." "Is it true?" "Every word." He looked back at the stars. "We're good at killing, we humans. Terrifyingly good. It's why we work so hard at everything else. Gardening, art, music, cleaning, teaching. We're trying to balance the scales." Cora stood beside him. "For what it's worth, I think you're succeeding." Roman smiled slightly. "Some days I believe that. Some days I remember Tuesday." They stood in companionable silence, two humans among the stars. Carrying the weight of a species that had clawed its way from hell and was desperately trying to build heaven. Behind them, the reception continued, but the tone had changed. The galaxy had been reminded that humanity's gentleness was not weakness. It was a choice. And that, perhaps, was the most terrifying thing of all.